Welcome back to the Crypto Science. Today we are diving deep into HBAR.
Ooh, HBAR.
It's a cryptocurrency that's been making some serious waves, and we're going to find out, is it a game changer or just hype?
I like that.
Yeah, so get ready for some pretty juicy details. We're talking about a crypto that's even outperforming Bitcoin.
Wow.
A unique governance model and a vision that ties directly into the future of finance. So
That was going to be good.
let's unpack all of this.
Yeah.
What exactly is HBAR and why is it generating so much buzz?
So HBAR is the native cryptocurrency of the Hedera network, and it's a platform that is designed to be the trust layer of the internet.
Ooh, the trust layer.
Yes, think of it as the fuel that powers every single activity on the network.
Okay, and I've been watching it. It's been having a pretty incredible year.
It
A
has.
72% growth year to date,
Wow.
which puts it ahead of giants like Bitcoin and Ethereum, even XLM.
Right.
That's got to mean something, right?
It does. It definitely does. And what's really fascinating is that this growth isn't just hype. Hedera's network statistics are really painting a picture of some real-world utility. We're talking over 113 million transactions,
Wow.
with an average of over 1,300 transactions per second. So these numbers suggest people are actually using it.
It's not just some,
Right, and the trust is growing.
like abstract concept floating around in the digital world. We're talking real transactions, real world applications.
Absolutely.
This is where the rubber meets the road.
Right.
But I'm curious, where did this all begin?
Right.
And take us back to the origin story of Hedera.
Okay.
Who are the masterminds behind it?
So Hedera's story starts with Dr. Lehman Baird and Mance Harmon. They're the co-founders.
Okay.
And they envisioned a platform that could overcome some of the limitations of traditional blockchain technology,
Interesting.
particularly in terms of speed and security and governance.
Those are some pretty big hurdles,
They are.
traditional blockchain.
Absolutely.
Okay, so we've got these two visionaries, Baird and Harmon, with this bold idea.
Yes.
But every great idea needs fuel, right?
Yes, it does.
Who believed in this vision enough to actually invest in it?
So their approach to funding is actually quite unique. They secured funding from a council of leading global organizations,
Okay.
a very diverse group, including Google,
Wait, hold on, Google.
IBM,
Boeing, LG, just to name a few.
These aren't your typical crypto investors.
No,
This is a council of heavy hitters
for sure.
from various industries. That's a pretty strong vote of confidence.
It is.
Why would these established companies be interested in a fledgling cryptocurrency platform?
That's a great question.
What's the bigger picture here?
These companies recognize the transformative potential of Hedera's technology, and they saw it as a way to improve efficiency, security, transparency
Across all industries.
in their own operations and across various industries. And this council structure is also crucial to Hedera's governance model, which is designed to be decentralized, and it prevents any single entity from having control.
Okay, so instead of relying on like a decentralized network of anonymous miners like Bitcoin.
Hedera has this council of established organizations making the decisions.
Exactly.
That's fascinating.
That's a really interesting approach.
It almost sounds like a hybrid model,
Yes.
blending elements of centralization and decentralization.
Right.
But before we get too deep into the governance, I want to circle back to HBAR itself.
Okay.
What is the main aim of this cryptocurrency? What's its role in this whole ecosystem?
So HBAR has two primary functions within the Hedera ecosystem.
Okay.
First, it serves as the fuel for transactions on the network. Every time someone sends HBAR, executes a smart contract, utilizes any of Hedera's services, they pay a small fee in HBR.
Okay, so it's the gas that keeps the engine running.
Exactly.
What's the second function?
The second and equally important function is security.
Oh.
HBAR holders can stake their tokens to participate in securing the network through a process called proxy staking, and this helps ensure the integrity and the mutability of the ledger.
So it's not just about facilitating transactions. HBAR also plays a crucial role in maintaining the security and stability of the entire network.
It does.
It's like a built-in security system,
Right.
powered by the community itself.
Exactly.
I like that.
And this dual functionality of HBAR as both fuel and security is what gives it real-world value and sets it apart from many other cryptocurrencies that are primarily driven by speculation.
Okay, great point. Now, that brings us to the question that is probably on everyone's mind.
Yes.
The future.
Okay.
What's the outlook for HBAR?
Right.
What are the future prospects of this cryptocurrency and the Hedera network as a whole?
So Hedera is positioning itself to be much more than just another cryptocurrency.
Interesting.
They aim to build a trust layer for the internet, enabling everything from secure financial transactions to decentralized identity management and beyond.
Now, that's a bold vision,
hmm
but how realistic is that? Is Hedera really capable of achieving such a grand ambition?
Well, they've already made some significant progress. Their technology is battle-tested.
Huh?
They have a growing ecosystem of developers and applications,
Yeah.
and their unique governance model provides stability and trust.
Right. So they have the technology, they have the partnerships, and a clear vision.
hmm
But what are some of the specific areas where we might see Hedera make a real-world impact in the coming years?
That's a great question, and that's what we're going to explore in the next part of our deep dive into HBAR.
I can't wait. Welcome back to the Crypto Science.
Ah.
In part one, we explored the origins of HBAR and Hedera, the visionaries behind it, and that impressive backing
Yeah?
from those industry giants.
Yeah.
But all this tech talk, the partnerships, it's exciting, sure,
It's
but ultimately,
sure.
it's about how this technology is being used to solve real-world problems.
Absolutely.
That's what really matters.
Right.
So let's get down to brass tacks.
Okay.
Where are we seeing Hedera make a tangible difference today?
That's a great point. It's all about real-world applications. And one area where Hedera is making significant strides is in supply chain management.
Supply chains.
Yes, imagine a world where you could trace the journey of a product
Okay.
from its source to your hands, ensuring ethical sourcing and fighting counterfeiting.
That's a powerful concept.
It is.
But how does Hedera actually make that possible? It sounds like something out of a sci-fi movie.
It might sound futuristic, but it's happening right now.
Wow.
Hedera's distributed ledger technology provides a secure and transparent platform for recording every step of the supply chain. Think of it as a digital chain of custody.
Oh.
Each transaction, from the moment a product is manufactured to its arrival at the store, is immutably recorded on the Hedera network.
So no more shady dealings or hidden origins. Consumers could finally have complete transparency
That's right.
about the products they buy.
Yeah.
But let's talk scale. How realistic is it to implement this across entire industries?
So that's a valid question, and scalability is always a challenge with new technologies.
Sure.
But Hedera is designed to handle a massive volume of transactions. And we're already seeing companies in various sectors, from food to pharmaceuticals, leveraging Hedera to track their supply chains.
Okay, so Hedera is shaking things up in the supply chain world. But what about other sectors? Where else are we seeing HBAR and Hedera making an impact?
Another exciting area is digital identity. Think about all the times you have to prove your identity online, accessing bank accounts, logging into social media, verifying medical records. It's a very fragmented and often insecure system.
Don't even get me started on password fatigue.
I know, right?
It feels like I am constantly resetting passwords and jumping through hoops just to prove who I am.
Exactly.
It's a real pain.
Well, Hedera is working to streamline and secure this process with a decentralized digital identity platform.
Okay.
And it allows individuals to control their own data and securely share it with authorized parties. No more endless passwords or the constant risk of data breaches.
So it's like having a single secure digital passport for all your online interactions.
Precisely.
That sounds like a game changer, but how does HBR fit into this?
So HBAR plays a crucial role here. The platform uses HBAR for micropayments, ensuring secure and efficient data sharing. This creates a system where users are in control of their own data, and they can even choose to monetize it if they wish.
That's a really fascinating concept.
It is.
Giving individuals ownership and control over their digital identity, it aligns perfectly with the whole ethos of decentralization.
Yeah.
But are there any real-world examples of this in action?
Absolutely. The government of the Republic of Palau is using Hedera to create a digital residency program,
Well,
offering individuals a secure and verifiable digital identity that can be used for various purposes.
wow. So from tracking coffee beans to verifying digital identities, Hedera is already demonstrating its versatility.
For sure.
Are there any other areas where we might see HBAR and Hedera making a splash?
Definitely, healthcare is another sector that's ripe for disruption. Imagine a world where your medical records are securely stored on a decentralized network accessible only to authorized healthcare providers.
That would be a huge step forward. No more carrying around stacks of paperwork or worrying about data breaches.
Right.
But how does Hedera address the privacy concerns that come with handling sensitive medical data?
That's a good question. So privacy and security are paramount in healthcare, and Hedera tackles this in several ways.
Okay.
First, The data is encrypted and distributed across the network, making it incredibly difficult to hack or compromise.
Uh-huh.
Second, patients have complete control over who can access their records, granting and revoking permissions as needed.
So it's all about putting patients in the driver's seat when it comes to their own health data.
Exactly.
That's a powerful concept. Are there any real-world examples of this in action, or is this still in the theoretical stage?
There are already pilot programs underway.
Yeah.
For instance, a group of hospitals in Europe is using Hedera to securely share patient data,
Okay.
improving care coordination and reducing errors.
It seems like there's no shortage of potential applications for Hedera and HBAR, from supply chains and digital identities to healthcare, and beyond the possibilities are mind-boggling.
They really are.
But let's be realistic. There are always challenges and potential downsides to consider with any new technology.
You're absolutely right.
Right.
While the potential benefits of HBAR and Hedera are vast,
Sure.
it's crucial to approach the space with a balanced perspective.
Yeah.
We'll delve into some of those challenges and potential risks in the final part of our deep dive.
Welcome back to the Crypto Science. We've been on this incredible journey with HBAR and Hedera,
Yeah.
exploring its potential to, reshape everything from supply chains to healthcare. And
Absolutely.
it's been pretty inspiring to see how this technology could pave the way for a more transparent and efficient future.
It really is.
But as with any emerging technology, it's crucial to acknowledge both sides of the coin,
Right.
the opportunities and the challenges.
For sure.
So let's dive into that less glamorous side of things.
Okay.
What are some of the concerns that come to mind when you think about a platform like Hedera,
Right.
with its ambitions to kind of redefine the financial landscape?
Well, one of the biggest challenges facing Hedera, and really the entire blockchain industry, is regulatory uncertainty.
Okay.
Governments around the world are still figuring out how to classify and regulate cryptocurrencies and blockchain technology.
Yeah, they're scrambling to keep up.
They are, and this lack of clear guidelines can make businesses and investors hesitant to fully embrace it.
So it's like navigating uncharted waters, legally speaking.
Absolutely.
That could definitely be a barrier to adoption.
It can.
But what about the technology itself? Are there any inherent risks or limitations to consider?
Well, scalability is a key factor. As the Hedera network grows and handles more transactions, it needs to ensure it can maintain that speed and efficiency.
Right, because we're talking about a global network here.
Yes, think of it like a highway system. If too many cars get on traffic, it slows to a crawl.
Yeah, gridlock.
Exactly. Hedera has made progress in this area, but it's an ongoing challenge that requires constant innovation.
Makes sense. So a global network needs to handle a lot of traffic. But what about security? We're talking about financial transaction-sensitive data. Are there any vulnerabilities in the system that, malicious actors could exploit?
So security is always a top priority in any technology, especially one dealing with financial transactions.
Of course.
And while Hedera has implemented some very robust security measures, no system is entirely foolproof.
Right.
So the possibility of vulnerabilities or attacks, however small,
Sure.
can never be completely ruled out.
So it's a constant race to stay ahead of the bad guys, like a digital arms race.
It is.
But beyond these kind of technical challenges, are there any broader concerns about the impact of blockchain technology on society as a whole?
That's a really crucial question. As with any powerful technology, blockchain has the potential for both positive and negative impacts.
Yeah, two sides to every coin.
Exactly. One concern is the potential for misuse, whether for illicit activities or even by governments to increase surveillance and control.
That's a sobering thought.
It is.
It reminds us that technology is a tool, and it can be used for good or for ill. So how do we navigate this complex landscape? What can we as individuals do to ensure that blockchain technology is used responsibly and ethically?
That's where education and critical thinking come in.
Okay.
It's essential to stay informed about the potential benefits and risks of blockchain technology, to ask tough questions, and to demand transparency and accountability from the companies and organizations that are developing and deploying it.
It's like any powerful tool, we need to use it wisely and thoughtfully.
Okay.
So as we wrap up this deep dive into HBAR and Hedera, what's that one key takeaway you want our listeners to remember?
I think the most important point is that HBR and Hedera are more than just a speculative investment or a trendy technology.
Okay.
They represent a potential paradigm shift.
Wow.
A new way of thinking about trust, transparency, and value exchange. But it's crucial to approach this space with both enthusiasm and a healthy dose of skepticism.
Well said. It's about embracing the potential while being mindful of the risks. For those of you just starting your journey into the world of cryptocurrency and blockchain, stay curious, keep learning, And don't be afraid to ask those tough questions.
Right.
And for our seasoned deep divers, I hope this episode has provided you with some valuable insights and perhaps even a new perspective on HBAR and Hedera. Until next time, keep exploring and keep diving deep.